We're rolling.
5 seconds of releasing all our energy.
Okay, 5 seconds of releasing energy. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, now deep breath together with me.
Wait, is it on?
It is on.
Looks like the energy's still there.
Another one. Deep breath in.
Bloopers. Get it?
And just go breathe out. Now let's start.
Let it out.
Just kidding, breathe it out. You probably already did. Never mind.
Massive respiratory problem.
We didn't say what?
Wow.
B is right. Well, you already have it written. You have x plus 2y less than 5. Okay, feeling good energy from you today? Let's rock this. So this is an inequality. Whatever values of x and y that we plug in need to make this equation true or false. True. So for example, we have some candidate points. Massacre at the Yale Math School. Does 0, 0 work in this inequality?
Yeah.
Yes, it does. So 0, 0 is a solution to this inequality. Because if you plug in 0, 0, you'll get zeros less than 5. So funny. What's the next point? Read it to me.
3
negative
4. 3 negative 4. Is 3 negative 4 a solution? Let's find out, right? 3 plus 2 times negative 4 less than 5. Is this true?
Yes.
This becomes 3 plus what?
Negative 8.
3 minus 8, so this is negative 5 is less than 5 is also true. Okay? I'm going to show you a way to graph this now. Now that we know what is a solution and what isn't, we're going to do some graphing. Okay, so what I want you to do, please, is look at example 2a, and you have y plus 1 less than 4. Okay. When it comes to graphing these things, all I want you to do is treat this like an equal sign for now. So if this was an equal sign, let's say, pretending it's an equal sign, what would we do to both sides, perhaps, to isolate y?
Minus
1, so you get y less than 3. Can you graph the line y equals 3?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do that right here. Good job. And you have a graph paper on you. So, y equals 3. What kind of line is it?
Horizontal.
Horizontal. Very good. You're like, you should be like, raise your hand like this. So it is indeed horizontal. Y. Now, here's where it changes. We are not going to graph a solid line in this case, because this is not or equals. So we're graphing a dotted line.
Oh no.
Whoa.
Would that be a discrete line?
No, this is still continuous because it goes on forever. All right, but good question. So we have a dotted line because it's not or equals. And now we have the concept of shading. Y is smaller than 3. So are we shading up or down? Down. And here's something fun for you guys. On all tests and quizzes and homework, creative shading is welcome. So I'm going to introduce you to the Yay Math Tornado.
Yay, math.
So here we go. Naturally, we would shade down, but instead of shading, I'm going to be artismos. So we have a circle. Can I have a tornado sound effect, please?
That is so cool.
So funny.
Go inside too.
I'm getting. Wow. That looks good.
And then you could kind of trail it off here.
Like a little
Like a little
cow.
Tasmanian.
Cow for sure, we need a cow. Okay, so green cow.
How do you draw a cow?
Don't forget milk.
It looks like an alligator. It looks like cat dog. No, it does look like an alligator.
Wow,
It would look
impressive
like
cow.
It was like on the outside.
What's that thing gonna say?
And we shade
It looks like the juicy couture dog.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, artistic shading welcome. I look forward to your tests and quizzes. Any questions about this one?
Is non-artistic shading welcome?
A non-artistic shading is also welcome. Let's graph the line next to it. We have y greater than 2x minus 3. graph this
Can
line.
we do it like y equals mx plus b? Can we?
It's already in the form.
Yeah.
Good job. So that's exactly how we graph.
Okay.
Good question. Let's go ahead. And so, Copernicus.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
Where do we start, with the 2 or the -3?
With the -3 because the -3 is the y-intercept.
So where should we start?
-3
Down
down.
3, 1, 2, 3 here.
And then the slope is 2, so rise over run, so up 2 over 1.
Up 2 over 1 right here. Dotted line or solid, class?
Dotted.
Dotted. Coming.
Nerd.
I have a question.
Please.
It's kind of easiest for me if I draw a straight line and then go back and erase.
That's fine.
Like, is that okay?
Totally. Yes, whatever you're comfortable
What were
with.
you doing?
And now comes the shading. Now here's, remember the first problem we did, is this a solution or is that a solution, right? So there's multiple ways of doing it. For example, what many books and other teachers tell you about how to shade, I'm going to teach you now. So we pick a point to plug in. The easiest point for me usually is 0, 0. So we plug in 0, 0. If 0, 0 works, then we shade the side of 0, 0. If 0, 0 does not work, for example, we shade the side opposite, because the shading is the solution.
What if 0,
What's
0
the
is
side
in
of
it?
0, 0? Isn't it all sides?
Zeros, well let's see if 0, 0 is a solution.
Alright.
If we plug 0 here and 0 here, is the equation true or false?
True.
True, because we would get, plug in 0, 0, you would get 0 is greater than -3, which is true. In other words, 0, 0 is a solution. And if 0, 0 is a solution, we would shade the side of everything on this side of the line
I made the bet.
towards the 0, 0. So that's one way of doing it. I prefer a different way. It's actually a lot quicker. Notice, this is the y-axis right here. And this is our equation. Right inside the equation, it's telling you the answer closely. Y is greater than. So are we talking, if we're on the y line, are we thinking greater than means up or greater than means down? Greater than means up. So if I had to pick, if this was up from the line and this was down from the line, which way would I shade? Up. So artistic shading, welcome. Next we introduce the Yay Math Homer Simpson.
I made the bet. No, I'm definitely doing this as well.
Start with the circle.
I made a bat, Mr. Dude.
No.
No
Eyes.
No bat.
Whoa!
Head.
Whoa!
Hairline. Hair here. Little hair here.
The ear's a G.
A G.
Because it's Matt Groening, you know?
Okay, like that.
Is it really?
Yeah,
like an actual
here.
G.
He's going, ooh.
No, he's going-
Say, what is he saying?
It looks like he has a
mouth looks like
donut.
a
He has a
donut.
donut on his
I know, whatever. He's just going, ooh. Donut.
Will you teach us how to draw
And
that?
then you have a donut. Sure, why not?
his mouth?
Here's a red donut that flew up his mouth.
It looks like a big bowl.
Yeah, that looks like a...
Does his mouth shoot out red flying donuts?
What?
Exactly. I was
Oh,
hoping
it's like that
someone
little
would say
thing that
that.
shoots like those circular darts.
Yeah.
So we have two methods. Some people can choose to plug in the point, any point, and shade to that side. And some people can just look and see y greater than means up, y less than means down.
What if 0, 0? What if the point you choose is on the line? Or do you just not
Oh,
do
you should
that?
pick something off it. Good question. Pick something off. Is less than or equal to absolute value of x. That is on the next page. We're trying to do a little survey.
Survey says.
Ding, 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 ding.
So what would be one possible way to graph this? Say it.
Oh, XY chart.
Yes, please.
I was just gonna, okay, so, you would do x and y, and
There you go.
then -1, 0, 1.
Okay, what's
-2.
a good place to start?
-3.
0.
0, and then we can do your points.
Y.
So when x is 0, y is?
0.
When x is
Wait, between
One.
less than
1. Well,
Y.
treat it like an equals for now. 1. When x is?
-3.
Before -3?
3.
Let's try 2. 2. Now -1, -2. I want to keep it close to the neighborhood of 0. Bless your soul.
Thank you.
Wait, but wouldn't it only be positive anyway?
X can be negative, but once you run it through absolute value, the result will become
Wow. And then we should graph this.
Graph this, please.
And it's a solid line, right?
Sort of.
Oh, sort of?
Sort of.
Why would you say sort of?
You'll see.
Isn't there two solutions?
Okay, if we're solving, that would be 0 or something. But right now it's X and Y, so that means graph. X and Y together means graph. 0, 0, got it. 1, 1, got it. 2, 2, got it. Here and here. What type of letter does it look like?
V.
It looks like a V. Dotted line or solid V?
Solid.
Solid. As a rock. Okay. That was very necessary.
So
And now we are questions, please.
Do all
Yes.
problems with an absolute value look like that?
Yes.
What?
And the way I remember it, absolute value. Yeah. V.
Oh, really?
Absolute value looks like a V always. You said parabola before, very good. You said parabola before, that's y equals x squared. This is a straight V, no curve.
I apologize. You sound like
No apology necessary. Yes, sir.
do we get to shade this one in?
We do. Inequality, shade up or down because of y is less than.
Less.
Down.
Down.
Less than is down. Now we're gonna do the money stack.
Hello,
I'm already
stack
coming up
and
with like ways to shade it for the test.
How do we actually shade it?
However you want. But I'm gonna shade down.
Looks like
Wait,
we
are
just
you doing it with
What
the...
if it looks like we just drew a circle?
Well, if you shaded it on the right side.
Like
So
You
we
do
got
the money
money
stack
stack.
with the eyes from the insurance company?
Geico?
Oh,
Oh yeah, it's a song.
Oh,
So 100. Maybe. We got a face. This is like 100 and maybe a face here. Also need to see the bills.
I'm gonna draw.
What should I do?
I'm gonna write draw shit.
Whoa, that's good.
All
I
right,
feel
here
like
a
Mr.
little.
Dude only knows how to draw certain things, and that's the only thing.
All right, so here's the cash. Obviously, we would fill up the entire thing. This is all shaded. Everything below the absolute value line. Questiones?
What?
Let's check. You guys are doing really well. Okay. We're gonna end on the. Anyone else need this? Shade down, basically. Okay. You can still see the money.
Yeah, that happened with homework syndrome too. When you erase it, it kind of just stays.
Yeah, no. Might as well just not erase it, right? Now we're gonna go back to the first page as promised. We're on page 13.
That's not the first.
Okay.
It's freezing.
Yeah, it's really cold.
You're right under the vent, that's why. Okay.
Oh, there's my back.
One more problem, we're done. So it says, suppose you have $35
Oh, I got more than $35.
to spend on CDs and DVDs. $35 to spend on these two things. Yeah, this is a little outdated. CDs and DVDs.
Spam?
These are $7 each. And how much are DVDs? 14.
Yeah, you know.
Who buys
So let's talk about it for a second. Can you think of one possible combination? Yeah.
illegally?
X plus Y.
No, like in reality, how many CDs and how many DVDs would be one possibility to spend $35 or less?
Why would you buy
3 CDs, 1 DVD.
3 CDs would be $21. 1 DVD, 21 plus 14, 35. Yeah, so that'd be exactly.
Did you guess
Two
that?
DVDs and no CDs.
2 DVDs and no CDs would also work. 1 CD would work. And 2 DVDs. How about neither of each?
Yeah,
Right,
Just save the money.
you just.
right?
Wait, what is 2 DVDs?
Why would you
one
have a
CD
problem?
2 DVDs and 1 CD would indeed work as well. Right. Any of those combinations were fine, as long as we're spending 35 or less. So let's come up with an inequality to represent
We already
this.
made one.
I know. So let's see if we understand it. What is the one written on your paper?
7C plus 14D. Well, they did equals 35, but I'm gonna say
So let's
is
say
less than or
less
equals
than or
to
equal to 35.
Where did they say
They didn't say equal.
So they did 7C plus.
Later on the page, it'll say less than or equal to, so
Oh.
you're good. You understand the concept. In other words, $7 times however many CDs you get, plus $14. You could even put a little dollar here if it helps you. Plus $14 times however many DVDs you get should be less than or equal to $35. This is the type of questions on the SAT. It tricks students up. But are you okay with this inequality?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So let's graph this. See where it leads us. Because there will be a visual representation of this
Of how
inequality.
much of what you could spend.
Yeah, it's a visual representation. I'm going to show you why. So I don't want to do y equals mx plus b. There's another way to graph this.
Points.
Wait.
Good guess?
Oh.
X and Y
Yeah.
Yeah, x and y intercept.
Wait, are we
Run
letting
in place.
C and D equal X and
X
Y?
and y, sure. So let's go ahead and get the x intercept. The x intercept is when what is 0? Y is 0. Go! So I'm going to even put C here for CD, D here for DVD. Okay. So when D is 0, C equals 5. Doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And tell me what else to do when
When C equals 0.
D equals what? We'll get a little fraction, right? So we'll get
0.5
35 over 14.
2.5.
2.5?
or
Yeah.
1/2.
That's right. 2.5. 1, 2, 3.
or wait 7.5.
2.5. That's 5 halves. So we can divide both by 7, right? If you divide both by 7, that's 5 over 2. That's 2 halves.
Darn it.
Okay, dotted line or solid?
Solid.
Solid. Okay, now. Now here's the situation. Guys, I know it's near the end of class. Just focus a little more and you're gonna have a solid day. Thank you. Here's the situation. We have to know that we're gonna shade because we have an inequality. And so it's a 50-50 chance. We're either shading down or shading up. So maybe that method of plugging in would help us here.
Aren't you shading down?
For example, remember give me one of those possibilities that may work.
Let's
Yeah.
plug in 0, 0.
Okay, meaning how many DVDs did we buy?
0.
And how many CDs did we buy?
0.
That means here.
Yeah.
Do you think it would be less than 35?
Yeah.
So indeed, which way are we going to shade?
Down.
Down.
Shading down. Any questions about
It
that?
says less than.
How should we shade
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Oh, last one? Yeah, it does say less than, but that may mislead some people because the variables have to be on the left and then you're okay.
Are we allowed to do multiple pictures to fill in
Yeah,
the
multiple
space?
pictures.
I
fill
do
it.
California.
Once we shade, I'm going to do
Let's do
the bar. Huh?
What's a bar?
I have a good marge.
What's a part?
It's a train.
I knew it.
Marge. Marge with big nose.
What's a marge?
How do you do that?
And then you have blue hair, right?
Yeah. Class of the summer. Big blue hair.
Let me ask you a question. Is it true that any point below here will work in the equation?
Yes.
Right.
However, can you buy negative CDs and negative DVDs?
No.
No. So we're talking about pretty much, in reality, if this is a real problem, talking about this.
What do you mean if this is a real problem?
Like if this was a word problem, excuse me.
Oh, okay.
If this was an algebraic problem, algebraically, this would all be shaded.
So on the SAT, which answer would it be?
It would be marge.
It would be here because you can't buy, it would be this
It would be the little
triangle.
cloud.
It would, no, it'd be the triangle here. Do you understand why? So you can't buy negative CUDs and negative DVDs.
So if on the SAT they gave you like this answer and then the whole thing answers you.
If it's a word problem, you have to know that you can't buy negatives. And so anything in here would work. Give me a point in this region that would work.
1,
0, 0, 2, 2 would work.
1, 3.
1, 3 would work.
0.329.
1, 2.
No, 1, 3 would not work. 1, 3 would not.
It's equal to though.
3, 1. 1, 1,
I
yes.
said 1, 3. I said 1, 3.
1, 3 would not work. Because
I mean 3,
1,
1. I meant 3, 1.
3, 1, you're right.
Wouldn't work either.
3, 1 would work.
What about 2.75 and 1?
You can't buy a fraction of a CD. Good idea though. Right, unless it's iTunes, right? Buy 2.75 albums. Good job. So now we're back up to date. Gravity works. Give yourselves a hand. Drink the water. I'm so happy this was on tight.
Oh, it would have been way better.
What was on
That would have like made the entire show.
Let's make it go viral.
Is he actually doing it?
It's really cool.
Actually, this isn't on YouTube. It's on the other one. So never mind. I'll do it. Okay.